So, bro, this is why you keep relapsing and keep failing your NoFap streak. So, I'll get straight to the point here. The reason why you keep failing is because you see yourself as a fapper, or, well, you see yourself as someone who doesn't fap anymore. So, you might think, well, how is this bad? Like, I'm actually someone who stopped masturbating and I don't jerk off anymore. So why should I not see myself as someone who doesn't jerk off anymore? So the reason is very simple, but it's not very simple to understand. Basically, whenever you remind yourself that you are on a streak, you're on a 3-day streak, you're on a 7-day streak, and whenever you do that, you keep reminding yourself that you are someone who normally faps but has decided to try and avoid that for for a specified period of time. And like, you really need to stop doing this, because you're doing nothing but condition your brain to think that in reality, normally, you are someone who faps, and so that this is like something unnatural that you're doing to yourself. What you are doing by stopping, going on NoFap is not something, you're not changing your normality. You are just changing something about you, but your aim is to stop doing it forever. So you shouldn't think, okay, I'm gonna get on NoFap and see how long I can go without fapping, because by doing that you're instantly defeating the point. Like, you're just saying that eventually you'll fap again, and you don't want that, right? First of all, you need to be sure that you don't want that, because obviously if you are not even sure about going on NoFap, then you probably should watch a little more videos on why it's good. And for example, I can link my own video and I briefly explain to you why NoFap is actually good for you, and I'll just link this up in the cards, and you can go watch that after this. But the reason why you keep resetting your streak is just because of yourself. Like, your brain, you are telling your brain that you are someone who jerks off normally, but you change this about yourself by going on NoFap. So like, keeping count of how many days you're going with no fapping is the dumbest thing you can do. And I'm sure that if you go on NoFap recently, you're probably doing this, and I was doing it too. Like, it's normal. Like, you see all these like dumbass YouTube videos about, oh, the timeline about benefits on NoFap, and you get like that after a month or two you just instantly get a girlfriend for some reason. You're just gonna attract a girlfriend, but I don't know which fucking life principle. But those videos, like, if you're watching these kind of videos, I get why you're appealed to them, because I was too. I also watched the video of the guy that after 30 days he just magically got a girlfriend because he was so full of fucking productive and determined. So it's like, yeah, that's not how NoFap works. But if you keep counting your days, you're just gonna keep resetting the process, because you're like, you wake up and you're like, oh, this is day 2 of NoFap, I need to get to day 3. Then you get to day 3 and you keep going, oh my god, I need to get to day 4 and 5 and 6. But the thing is, when you do this, when you count the days of how many days you've been going without jerking off, you keep reminding yourself every morning that you wake up and you're like, oh, it's day 5, it's day 10. You keep telling yourself that you are NoFap and that your aim for today is to not jerk off. And the more you think about it, the more you're gonna attract the thought of oh, I could just go to the bathroom and wank. The more you think about it, the more likely you are of going and do it. And that's the reason why things like No Nut November, NNN, is absolute bullshit. Because whenever you start, let's say this year, for this November 2023, you're gonna successfully perform, you're gonna successfully go through an NNN. Then you start on November the 1st, you manage not to touch yourself. On November the 2nd you do, November the 3rd you do, and even if you were to go the whole month without jerking off, you would eventually end the month and go back to it, like, because you're like, oh, I've completed the objective of not jerking off for a month, now I can just go back and do it again. And I'm sure you can agree that there's not much of a point there. You're not a NoFap if you just do it for 1 week, and for a month, sorry. And it's just so dumb for me, because your aim is to stop masturbating for your whole life, hopefully. So the right way to approach this is to not even see yourself as someone who masturbates. You're not gonna see yourself as a person, as a normal person, but who doesn't jerk off. You're just gonna see yourself as a normal person. If you take you and your friend and you stop jerking off and he doesn't, you both are normal people, but you have more benefits and your mental health is better because you don't jerk off than the person who does. And it's no rocket science. It's not that deep. Whenever you stop doing it, you feel a lot better. And so many people lose this experience because they just start counting days or doing stuff like No Nut November, and they just ruin the whole positive attempt, because they don't know this. So I'm here to let you know that the right way to approach this is not to keep reminding yourself, oh, this is day 1, this is day 2, this is day 3, and then you relapse on day 3, and then you're on day 1 again. No, just, you're gonna relapse anyway for the first period, and it's useless to just keep counting the days and the progress you make, because this isn't the same as like the gym, or like consistency with the gym, or with the work, or with something like that. It's different. You shouldn't keep your progress, and you shouldn't keep track of your progress. I'm sorry, I'm speaking like a dumbass today. And yeah, I think that from now on you should go and watch my old video about NoFap and go on NoFap, but instantly, stop thinking about it. Stop seeing yourself as someone who's a NoFap. Don't go ahead and tell your friends or your family is even weirder, because that's just gonna see yourself as someone different, someone who is doing something extraordinary. No, you are, in some way you are, because maybe you are addicted to it, but just don't see yourself as someone who's on NoFap, please, because that's gonna ruin it all for you. Just see yourself as a normal person who doesn't fap, okay? Because if you keep thinking about it, you're gonna attract it eventually, and you're gonna relapse even more. So yeah, hope you got something out of this video. I'll probably make a lot more videos about this because it's a big topic for me. So see yourself in the next video. I hope you enjoyed.